Okay, guys. So that was it. That was the picture right there. It's a picture of me at my recording studio, well, in London. Great, huh? Because that's how much time I have on my hands. Got in tonight around, I don't know, 6 o'clock because I had walked around a lot today and then it started raining. Um, so I've just had a lot of downtime. So I was like, hey, how can I be clever? And that was one way of being clever. Aren't I clever? Anyways, I had a great start to the day because I saw myself on TV. But if I show that clip on this insert for the blog, I think it's probably going to be too long. So the next post, which will be pretty much immediately after this one, you'll see that. Let's talk about what I did today. I went museum hopping, and really I only got to 2 museums because I didn't leave my room till about 10-ish, and then I went down and got breakfast, and then came back up and prepared to go. So I didn't really leave till about 12, but I pretty much walked around till about 5 o'clock, so it was a lot, 5 hours, and my legs were really sore from the shoot, actually, because I was doing a lot of posing, I guess. So walking didn't make it easy, but it was worth it. So what I'm going to do is actually give you a little bit of a slideshow because there's a lot of pictures that I took today, and I'm just going to talk over that. So without further ado, here we go. So this is what I saw when I woke up in the morning. That's the view from my window. This is me just starting to walk. As you can see, it was a really bright day when it started. I mean, that sun was blinding. I should have brought my sunglasses. Okay, this is me approaching the Museum of Natural History. As you can see, it's real old and really beautiful. And for a guy who doesn't really appreciate architecture, this was quite the building. I mean, it was really, really nice. This is the inside of the main hall. They have a little dinosaur on the left, and that's just, you know, a couple of cool little things just out there. I thought this guy was pretty interesting looking. This was obviously in the bird section, but that's a dodo. Thought that was cool. And what's that? A duck or a rabbit? I think that's really cool. This is a narwhal tusk, or I don't know, thingy. Pygmy skeleton. I thought that was so cool. It was so small. Claws, you know, Tyrannosaurus Rex types claws, and I don't know, yo-yos maybe? I don't know. That was cool because you can see it looks like a transformer. A dinosaur transformer reminded me of that. Yeah, this was obviously the dinosaur exhibit, and here is, well, this is the T-Rex. I mean, the lines to get into this whole thing were pretty ridiculous. I mean, everybody was out today. Everybody and their kids. I tripped over like 5 kids, and you know, little kids are shoving me out of the way. Oh, speaking of little kids, this kid was actually scared. He was crying, and I tried to zoom in, but now he's curious. But he was not liking the T-Rex, and who can blame him? It's kind of scary, but kind of cool at the same time. But literally, there were huge lines. Or queues as they call them, to get in. So I just walked around until the line was pretty small and got in. So I think I'm holding a core of an apple at this point because I had grabbed an apple from breakfast and was gnawing on it. Oh, yeah, that kid was pretty tough. He was scared. Anyways, I had eaten an apple, but there was nowhere to throw anything out. There was not a single trash can. So I walked around with the core for most of the time. All right, obviously I'm in the Science Museum now. Phil would have loved this. That is, you know, a rocket ship, and I'm just going to start making stuff up. That's obvious. Had to get the space guy in there. And then we went into some vehicles, just some old school transportation. Thought that was neat. And this ride coming up right here, that is cool. Really small. So I left, and this reminded me a lot of New York, actually. They have a rink right outside of the hotel. I mean, the museum. And this is me eating at a place Christine suggested, and I've mastered the tube, by the way. Speaking of the tube, that is what I ended up waiting in for a long time. Seriously, the tube was ridiculous. Everybody was down there. Everybody was underground. I'm pretty sure there was nobody in London during that time that I took that picture. I, of course, found out while I was in the middle of it that they like to repair the tube on the weekends, which is kind of like at home, get all your major work done when everybody's there. Um, but they'll, I guess, very regularly close down one or two complete lines, and that's what they did. But I'm not overreacting when I say that people were definitely getting annoyed waiting down there. I saw a lot of interesting things happen, and it was crammed. Um, People were swearing. People just weren't happy. They were, and I knew that there was something wrong because the guys who sort of manage the tube area, the official guys with the walkie-talkies, were running all over the place, and it was crazy. But I was really good. I mean, I knew exactly where to go, and which is funny because when I set off today, the route that I had mapped out didn't work because the line that I needed was one of the lines that closed down. So very skillfully rerouted myself. And anyone who's been to London knows that it's not super hard. But when you're in a place you're not familiar with, that can be a panic situation. I did not panic. No, I embraced it as a true fake Londoner. So yeah, it was a fun day, and I get back early to the room, and yeah, just been chilling out and eating snacks and doing really nothing. So I'm gonna go to bed. It's about 11 o'clock now, and I am gonna go to bed, and I'm gonna get up early tomorrow to start the day. I'm actually gonna hang out with one of Nick's friends, Nick and Christine's friends, who's out here, and it'll be fun to have a little bit of companionship. Someone to take me around the town. But I had a good day today. It was all good. Oh, and check out the little clip that I filmed from the BBC today. Okay, it was really good talking to you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.